Today we will design a corner bracket in OnShape. So let's get started. This is the bracket that we will be designing. I'll walk you through step by step on how to create this. So we are using OnShape, and this is the free subscription. So let's go to Create, Document, Bracket. All right, we have 3 planes sitting here. We're going to hide 2 of them. So we're going to click on right, click on that one, and we're going to hit Y to hide them, or we can go over here to the eyeball and click on the eyeball to hide both those. Let's flatten this plane right here on front. Click that. We can click, hold, and drag this if we want to move it in. All right, so now I will start my first L. Basically, I'm going to create one line straight up and down and one line left and right. All right, so now we're going to create a sketch on that front view, and we will create a line. We're going to create a line, so we want it from the origin, but we're going to start here, go down to the origin, and that's about 2 inches. That's exactly what we want. So we just got to go roughly 2 inches, and then we hit type in 2, enter, and we're going to hit escape to get out of that. Let's hit D for dimension, or we can go over here. We can click on this, and we can click on this, and 2. Okay. So now we want to get our width of this. The width we want is a 1/4 inch. So we're gonna hit L for line. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna hit click there. We're gonna hit 0.25. Gonna click on that. Or it's still going. You notice how it grabbed a circle there last second ago. That's if you hover over that line a little too much, it goes and creates a curve. So let's go back to there. Let's go straight down. Okay. Now we're gonna go, we're gonna take it to approximately there, and then we're gonna go straight over here, and we want it to kind of snap to that edge. So let's hover over that guy, and we can see there's a yellow dotted line. We want to see that yellow dotted line, and we want to click right there. So that's horizontal, and let's get out of this escape. Now we're going to hit D for dimension. We're going to create a dimension from here to here, and we're going to hit 0.25. Okay, I'm missing one dimension here, so let's hit L for line, here to here. Okay, and notice that turned black, so everything is fully constrained. And now we have a darker gray area, so that means that we can extrude a body out of that. All right, there is one last step that I want to do, and that is create a construction line that we will do an extrude a little later. So let's click on that line again. We're gonna make sure it's highlighted. Click here, and then L to get out of that. Now we're gonna hit D for dimension, and we are going to dimension this. This is going to be 1 inch tall by 1 inch. Okay. And then we want to actually make this, we can make it a construction line. So click there, click on this line. It didn't do it. So I'm going to click on that line first, then click construction. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so that's our sketch 1. We're going to hit finish. Now we're going to do an extrusion of this. So we're going to go over here to extrude, click on this guy right here, and we can do extrude off of one face and move it, or we can do a symmetric. So it is 1 inch, so 0.5 this way, 0.5 that way. This is solid, and it's a new body. Okay, click green check. So now it hit our original sketch. We can just go over here and show that sketch if we want to see that. So now I want to create a circle here. I want to extrude that circle down using this line right here. So let's create that. So we're going to create a sketch on this surface. So let's go to sketch here, and we're going to click on a right view. And now I want to kind of have a circle here. Okay, so let's choose a tangent arc or 3-point arc. That sounds good. So we're going to go here, we're going to go here, and then grab there. Okay. And we can hit a D for dimension, and we can put a dimension on here if you want. And we can take it 1.5, should be the same, 1.5. Nope, 1.5. All right, so it was over constrained at that moment. All right, so now we are good. So we are going to take this and extrude it down. So let's create a body out of, finish the rest of the body. So click on that line, click here, all the way down, over. Okay, it's fully constrained. Green check, we finished that. So now we can take this body here and we can extrude it on this construction line. So let's go with extrude. Click on that body right there. And this is where we go with the direction, choosing this direction. And then we're going to go change this from blind up to face. So we want to take it to this face right here, that face. You see it just created that geometry, okay? And it is a solid and it is adding to the existing part 1, okay? Green check. There we are. So now we want to create our screw hole inside of here. And to find out what size that screw hole is, I went to a website called McMaster-Carr. Okay, I typed in screw and up popped several different types of screws. So here's a image of what we could use. So let's take a screenshot of this. Maybe hit my print screen. There we go. I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to take this image, place it on my second monitor, and then we will use that. So we see that the top of this, or the very top of that screw is 0.279, and we have an 82 degrees. So we just need something that's greater than 82 degrees, and then the size of the screw hole is 0.138. All right. Now we're going to create a sketch on this surface right here. Let's sketch right here, and we are going to place a point. Okay, so let's hover over this area right here. We're just going to pull it down. We want it to be exactly centered on this. Okay, and then we'll just place a point, and then we can dimension that. So let's hit D for dimension, take it from here to here, and we want to go to about, I'd say about 0.4. We can fix that in a minute if it's too big or too small. So now if we want, we can go to our hole command right here. Now we're going to do inch. We're going to do a countersink, and we choose the sketch points to place a hole. So that's when we choose this guy right here. And then we want a 1/4 inch. So I'm looking at my screw size. So we have this is 90 degrees, and our size of our screw, we don't have to have this big. We can actually get a little bit smaller. So it is 0.138. We want to go with, let's say 0.25, or 0.2 is probably sufficient. If you want to go 0.25 for simplicity, that's fine too. Okay, and now that's our screw hole. Let's go down here. Let's create one down here. So we're going to do a sketch on this face right here. And we are going to choose our point. We are going to kind of hover off of that line right there. Just click there. Okay, let's hit D for dimension. Click that line, click this point right here. I'm going to type in 0.4. We're done. Green check. Let's go to that hole again. It's inch, countersink, and hole. We got to click on that dot right there. Okay, so everything looks the same, looks good. Let's click OK. So that should be enough to put our hole in. Okay, I'm sorry, that should be enough to put our screw in. All right, so now let's create the shape of this. We could make this simple, and we could add a radius, and we could go with 0.5. It would make it completely round, or we can make it look a little differently, and we can kind of cut off a little bit of this. So to do that, the best way I found is, I mean, I may be wrong, but I'm going to create a sketch on this surface right here, and I'm going to flatten this. Let's hit right view, and I want to create a circle it's going to be on this line right here, and then I just build it so where it's larger. Okay, I'm going to click escape to get out of that. I'm going to click on the center of that circle and I could drag it up. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like. But right now I'm going to just make sure that these two touch. So I'm going to hit tangent this guy to this guy, and it snaps automatically. All right, and so now I can cut off this material. So what I'll do now is I'll do a trim. I'll trim that guy off. Hold on 1 second. Let's click green check. Let's do an extrude. So we can extrude this surface right here, and we can extrude that surface. So let's create solid, new, and we want to extrude that through. No, we want new, not add. Okay, so that just created the surface. Okay, green check to finish that. Let's rotate this to the other side so we can do both of these at the same time with the same geometry. So let's go with transform. We're going to click on the entity to transform, this guy and this guy. Our line, our point to transform from is this guy right here. And we are going to actually go with rotation, 90 degrees. Axis, let's choose the axis again. There we are. And we are going to copy the part, otherwise we lose the top one. Okay, green check. All right, so now we have several solid bodies. So now we're going to do a subtraction boolean. Subtract. Target is this guy. Tool. Here and here and here and here. Green check. All right, there we are. Now let's add some chamfers. Let's hide this line so we don't have to see that line all the time. So let's go over here to the eyeball, click on the eyeball. And if we don't want to see that sketch anymore, we can go over here and click on that eyeball on the sketch. It hides that sketch. Okay, let's add some chamfers. Let's go over here to chamfer. Clicking on some of these edges. Okay, green check. And there is a way to click on those edges and have it go all the way around. I'll show you that in a second. But first of all, I just want to add a little radius to the back side of this, just to make it a little bit clearer. 1/4 inch. Okay, now let's go to that chamfer. Let's hover over that edge, left click, right click, and we're going to go with actually, it's already pretty much doing it, but let's go with select tangent connected edges, and it should do most of it. All right, it doesn't do everything, but it does do that side. Okay. Most of the time that works better, but must have been a break that didn't like, and it wasn't tangent. Okay, so. And there's our bracket. Thanks for watching.